What's up, everybody? The Boxing Source checking in, catching up with my guy here, the Professor, Mike Fox. He got his upcoming bout November 22nd, Jada Promotions, Maryland Live, and it should be for the UBO title there against Mark Dawson. They say it's like DC versus Philly. They building it up like that, man. Like, how you feeling?
I feel good, man. Main event, my first main event slot at Maryland Live Casino. I fought on the first. I fought on the first card. Each time I fought on the card, any Maryland Live cards, I was co-main. Fought on the first one back in 2018. We've been back since 2024. We came back in 2024. We've been fighting there since then. Shout out to Jada Promotions. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to defend the house. You know what I mean? We down here in the DMV. This is probably the best card. Probably the best card in the area, and I'm excited to be headlining. You know, taking on them guys from Philly, man. Got to send them back home with an L.
Yeah, for sure, man. This thing here is said with Mark Dawson, UBO title, and of course, folks talking about you being a contender there in the super welterweight division and the number of fights that you've had over the course of your career. So, what type of message that you want to send here with this upcoming bout against Dawson, November 22nd?
I mean, the biggest thing to send, I'm not someone to play with at super welterweight, and Mark Dawson, he has 13, 14 fights. I have 30. I'm looking to show the levels. I looked him up. He ain't been in with the level of opposition I've been in with.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to go out there, be victorious. Number one, number two, but show the levels. Show the difference in experience, and just let people know Mike Fox is still a danger to anybody.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we of course saw you in a number of key fights, in the past, and one time, before, we had a conversation that you were going into with the fight against Serhii Bohachuk.
Yeah.
And you see what was going down, there, and man, I'm still mad at that daggum referee, man. He should have counted that knockdown, man. That would have been a big difference, and we could have changed a number of things here for you, because now you see you had Bohachuk in there at Allegiant Stadium. Man, we should have seen you in Allegiant Stadium there against Brandon Adams. You feel me? Because that was something there where you should have been able to get the win and move forward. But now, you're making that adjustment here, get right back at it, and with this fight here against Mark Dawson, that could signal more things coming up for 2026.
Yeah, man. As far as the Bohachuk fight, a lot of controversy with that. That knockdown should have been scored. The guy, Bohachuk came in overweight. He blew 2 contract weights. I still took the fight because his promoter kept throwing money at it. But since then, we move on. We move forward. We came back with a win over Kendo Castaneda. He's always in tough.
Yep.
He's always in tough. He's always a tough outing. You know what I mean? And then November we're looking to end the year with a W and have a big first quarter, man. If a big opportunity shows up, I'll be ready. There's a lot of guys moving up to 154 or at 154. You see guys like Roman Villa, he's getting ready to fight soon.
Yep.
In December, I think it's December. He's fighting December.
Yeah.
And anybody that's at 54, they got a little bit of a name. I'm down to fight. But guys like Roman Villa, he's tough. I wouldn't mind fighting the guy Callum Walsh. That's another one of Tom Golfer's guys over at 36 Promotions. A few other guys, I'm drawing a blank on their names, but when the opportunity arises, it's never really me that says no to the fights.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you talked about one of those fighters there that's going up to 154, doing business at 154, and Roman Villa. He has a upcoming fight on ProBox and things like that. So you have a number of these fighters that get into these cards there for ProBox and things like that. So after this fight here, take care of business. Mark Dawson, UBO title, you can move into something like that where you can get in that slot, and then who's next? Because a lot of times with ProBox, you get that opportunity on ProBox, you get have an impression, make an impression there. You get right in line for maybe even a title shot. We've seen it happen.
Just something bigger. First things first. We deal with Mark Dawson on the 22nd. We're not looking far past that, but. The goal is to win next Saturday and just be primed for a big opportunity on a network, or some type of streaming service. Had people reach out to me, abroad, all the way in actually Australia, from my time with Tim Zoo. You know, they're asking, man, where can we stream your fights and things like that. People want to see me in action. I don't want to keep them waiting. I want to be in action. So, you know, just thank you to everybody that's been supporting, man. Shout out to the boxing store. Shout out to everybody that's. Shout out to all the fighters that's on this card too. You know, This is a great card. Look, if you haven't gotten tickets, you need to contact the fighters. If not, if you can't get in touch with any fighters, then go to access.com. This is probably the best fight. This is probably the best fight card of the year. And you have to be in the building. There's no stream. There's no one's gonna be streaming it, so you have to be in the building, man. You got Mykal Fox, Derek Scooter Davis, Nasheed Smith, my man Scrappy. Ezri Turner, my guy, he's been showing a lot of love on the socials for me. That's my guy. Shout out to him. He's in I think an NBA title fight.
Yeah, could be NBA.
Yeah. Shout out to Brody Chambers and Bernardo. They're fighting a rematch. So man, this is a really, really good card. Brody Chambers ain't never been in a boring one, in my opinion. So man, y'all come through, man. Be there, man, and you know, shout out to everybody that's. Shout out to all the government workers that's going back to work and everything too, man. Just if y'all gather up some funds real quick, man. Love to see y'all there.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You talk about it. Your headliner there. You got Derek Scooter Davis on there. You got, you know, as you said, Nasheed Smith on there. Brandon Chambers.
That's another one too. That's another one too. Speaking of Derek, he's a top-ranked signee. Pardon me for cutting you off.
Yeah, no doubt.
Top-ranked signee, man. Honestly, the hope is that, you know, maybe Carl Moretti's there, and then I can ask him about maybe fighting Giovanni Santillon next year. I would love, you know, I love tough fights. You know, man. I want, you know, these are challenging fights I want to be able to take. You know, should I, you know, first, like I said, always though, first things first is Mark Dawson.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You got that thing there with Mark Dawson in a pack card there for Jeter Promotions, Maryland Live, November 22nd. You know, we named all of those fighters that's on there. You know, hey, y'all got to hit up the fighters to get the tickets, man, because that's the only way you're going to be able to see it. So, yo, definitely looking forward to that and seeing more here from the professor out there teaching lessons, you know what I mean? Even, out here at the gym, you know what I'm saying, over here with Sugar Ray Leonard's gym, and, you're teaching young fighters out here, multiple things there. So how is it that kind of like, have them, they're learning things as they go along in their careers?
Yeah, I mean, it all helps. It all helps because, like, one thing I found out in, coaching young fighters, it took me back to, what would be considered a lower level of the sport. It took me back to amateur boxing. Now, what I found in amateur boxing is that whatever habits, good or bad, that most fighters have, they were developed in the amateur. So if they had it then, they probably still have it. So it's trained my mind to spot out certain quirks and cues that certain fighters have. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm teaching them, but I'm always learning something. Every now and then, I'll see something I might try. If I can implement it, and I try to give the youngest they credit too. Like, man, I saw you doing that in the fight. I tried to adopt that. You know what I mean? It's nothing. If you're always learning, the difference between a student and a master is the master never stop learning.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And the thing is, you have your sessions here, in the gym, and we see you a lot. That's been supporting a lot of the events here locally in the area,
no doubt,
too.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were those kids.
Yeah,
we were those kids when we were fighting the silver glove just passed. We were fighting the silver glove, and we were fighting in different Golden Gloves and whatever tournaments. I have vivid memories of the pros that came before me, like Lamar and Anthony Peterson, especially the Peterson brothers. Every now and then you'll still see like Keith Holmes pop out. Sugar Ray Leonard was at one of the events this past weekend too, man. So we like seeing that. So I used to love seeing that, and I try to give that back to the young fighters fighting. Let them know, man, somebody's always watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's as they say, it's something there where you just teach the ones after you because you learn from the ones before you, basically. So that's how that goes there, man. So as I said, we're looking forward to it here. 1 week away here for Jeter Promotions main event Mike. Yeah, main event Mike. Y'all see it, man. You know what I mean? Hey, so that's what we got coming up here, November 22nd. And there for Jeter Promotions, Maryland Live. Big thanks here, Professor Mike Fox here with the Boxing Source, man. looking forward to seeing you there on Saturday night.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate seeing y'all there, man. Everybody, like I said, man, come through. Only way to see this card is you got to be there in person, man. So, you know, keep your Saturday free. See y'all at work.
For sure.